What's going on, world? I'm your girl, Marky Lemons-Ryhal, and as you well know, my head is still spinning from everything AI and Chat GPT. So I'm up one night late as usual, and I am watching nothing but YouTube videos since I pride myself on having a PhD from YouTube. And then I come across a real estate professional. Now, mind you, I wasn't clear she was a real estate professional. I had to go do a little research. And she started teaching me things and bringing in apps and systems. And I'm like, oh, I need to reach out to Lori Ballen because I need Lori on my show. And it is such an honor to have her here because she's helping me earn this PhD from YouTube on all things AI and Chat GPT. Lori, how you doing today?
I'm great. Thanks for having me here.
Well, I'm really appreciative because not everyone is embracing artificial intelligence and Chat GPT at the rate in which me, or better yet, even you, because you're teaching me things about it. And I just wanted us to have a candid conversation because the world of real estate is comprised 60% females. And I see that you have essentially a real estate team. I went and checked out your website. You're earning ad income. You're earning YouTube income. And even you decided that AI and Chat GPT was valuable to your business. And so with that being said, I was thinking we would give real estate professionals 5 things that we think or you think that they should be doing right now today when it comes to AI. What's the first thing you think? Look, we're going to tell our competitors how to do business that they should do in today's real estate market.
I would say, well, the first thing is just getting on ChatGPT and understanding the language, because I feel like where the power is going to be, the advantage will be to the real estate agents who figure out how to prompt the AI correctly. So we're calling that prompt engineers. And that's when we sit down and figure out our own prompts, which are basically like commands or instructions that we give the AI tool so that we get the best result. I've been using AI for a couple of years now before ChatGPT came out, just other platforms, and learned quickly that the output is only as good as the input. So first step is to get on there and start asking it questions, having a dialogue, asking it to produce things for you just to get the flow of how this works so that when you do decide you need to get something out of the AI tool, you're kind of ready for that prompt. My cat's walking across my desk. So that would be my first thing. Now I have been playing with ChatGPT for real estate, and there are some strategies that I think all of us can use in our everyday business. Some of them more advanced and some of them more basic. I think the first one that I was playing with is a fantastic start for all real estate agents. Is I sat down. I mean, I'm assuming all real estate agents have a website still. That I just think that's an absolute must. So social media, I'm going to get to that in a couple of minutes, but I think websites are still everything. That's where people still go search for properties. They look up their home values. They look up our testimonials. They want to know who we are. So I sat down with ChatGPT the other day and I said, just in a straightforward conversation, give me a website structure for a real estate agent in Las Vegas, Nevada, because that's where I am. And ChatGPT gave me, you should have a home page, you should have a contact us page, you should have an about page, a buyer's page, a seller's page, a properties page. That alone is more than most real estate agents even know that they need to have. So then I dived in deeper and I said, well, I don't know how to create the about page. What should be on the about page? And it said personal stories, your mission statement, your vision statement, testimonials. So then I thought, well, let's dive deeper. And I said, can you help me create my core values? And it gave me a list of instructions on how to create my core values. And then I said, well, can you actually help me create my personal core values? So then it started asking me questions, gave me like 5 questions. I gave it 5 answers. And And I said, can you give that to me more eloquently? And it actually wrote out my new personal core values for me completely to go on my about page. So I mean, there's a lot of little nuggets in there.
So I want to come back to the website because the first thing that I thought about is teaching the ePro class for the National Association of Realtors. And in that ePro class, it talks about a hub and spoke model. Mm-hmm. And so the website essentially would be the realtors hub. And then we would share content because we want to get everybody back to the hub, right? For the purpose really of generating leads. So we need to have some type of lead magnet on this page. Now, with that being said, you can actually use artificial intelligence to create the lead magnet inside of Canva. And Canva is valued at $26 billion, and they built this company based on landing pages and lead magnets. And so definitely every realtor needs to have a website for the purpose of not only even the information you provided, but then also it needs to have something of value to give to people in exchange for their information. And you can use AI to create that. So I'm thinking hub and spoke. Now, this About Me page has me interested. Okay. So it asks you questions to pull out your core values.
Only if you know how to prompt it. See, that's where the magic comes in, is understanding how to ask for these things. So what I always tell everybody is, if there is anything that you cannot figure out how to do, if you say, help me make a mission statement, and any little line item that it tells you that you can drill down further on by asking it a follow-up question. You also can ask ChatGPT to ask you questions. So then it's automatically returning that. I think most agents are really going to hit a ceiling quickly with AI because they're going to do the 2 or 3 things, write a blog, which that's a whole nother story. We should get much more in depth than just write a blog about. But when you learn that each item on the list, you can say, tell me more about. So I'll give you another example. This could be number 3. You'll have to count because I'm probably not.
Neither am I.
You said lead magnet, and that just gave me an idea of something else I've been playing with. So one of the things that I did is I said ChatGPT, and there's also templates for this. There are Chrome extensions that you can add to ChatGPT that create functionality and templates and things like that. That's where I discovered one of these items, and it was called Most People Don't Know. That's the prompt template. Most people don't know. So I said, well, let me play around with this for real estate. So I put in there, most people don't know, and I put about Las Vegas because that's where I'm at. And it gave me 100 things that people don't know about Las Vegas: history, architecture, food, just all of those. So then I went one step further and I picked an item on the list and I went, ooh, let me go with Las Vegas casinos. And then I did Las Vegas food. And then I did 100 things people don't know about Summerlin, which is a neighborhood here in Las Vegas. So now it drilled all down, only talking about that neighborhood. Now you have to be careful because AI does not always produce factual content. And you might think it's factual because it looks so real, and it's not always. Like it told me somebody won the Super Bowl last year that didn't. And that was on camera even. So you have to fact check these things when it's producing it. But I just turned that into a PDF and made it a lead magnet. I mean, it was so simple. You could do, things people don't know about Las Vegas home values or wherever you're at, the real estate market, the school district, the transportation, the weather, all of these things. Those are fantastic lead magnets, whether you want to put them into Canva in a million different ways, right? Or you want to just print straight to PDF and put it on your website. That's a fantastic lead magnet.
So I'm going to come back because there's a realtor out of the state of Washington who I want to say about 10 years ago was one of Inman's 100 most influential people in real estate. His name is Dale Chumley. And he did 365 things to do the Clark County Guide. Now, what I'm thinking about, because he and I've had some discussion, because he put a lot of soul and energy into it. And I was telling him, I think you could do some updates with ChatGPT, which was actually insulting to all of the energy in which he had put into this. But here's what I'm thinking. There's a tool called wave.video/calendar that tells us what every single day of the year is. So I come from a barbecue restaurant background, and my grandfather's been inducted into the Barbecue Hall of Fame. Well, May is National Barbecue Month. So I could do, most people don't know, and I could do all of the facts about the history of barbecue, or better yet, the history of barbecue in the city of Chicago, put it on my website, right? Because if we go back to Dale Chumbley, his 365 things was every single day he did a blog post that had multiple photos and a short video about something to do in Clark County. So this would be essentially a new spin on that.
You could even put the barbecue blog on your blog and then make your lead magnet all the best barbecue places in, because they're more like, and if you wanted to up that, you could even, or plus it, you could go to all the barbecue restaurants and say, hey, do you want to put a coupon on there? Do you want to, and now you got this barbecue guide that's hyper local.
So my oldest son is a second generation realtor, and maybe 2 months ago, there is a health food store down the street from the barbecue restaurant that sells pork ribs. Okay. So he goes into the store, he creates a TikTok, and it was so popular and generated so much business that the doctor that owns the health food store came down to the barbecue restaurant and said, I want to talk to the grandson who created the video, right? Skylar can now come back and add additional value by leveraging ChatGPT with other health food stores, get a coupon, and he could actually negotiate a deal with the health food store, right? If he wanted to, because he gets his beard treatment from there and something that helps his skin.
Barter and trade. Yeah. So you can actually even, there's so many ways to go to expand on what you're talking about there. Another thing you could do is he could use ChatGPT to create the pitch or the offer or the negotiations with them. He can go to ChatGPT and literally type in there, I'm trying to get a sponsorship, or somebody's inviting me to do a sponsorship, and I want to put this together as a proposal or something like that, and have a dialogue with ChatGPT, and it can help you create it. Could help create an email series. So let's just take your example. Well, we're spinning off each other. Dale's example, the 365. So ChatGPT could literally create the email for every day. You can feed ChatGPT a video, audio, transcripts, not the actual video, but the transcripts of them, which are super easy to get for free. That's super easy. And then you can say, now give this back to me in a 10-week email campaign. It'll write all your emails for you. So,
so let me be clear. I did watch, I've probably watched all the videos that you've created since you've been creating them. I did watch the video about how to go to the YouTube video, download the transcript, bring the transcript over. I think that's your prompt, if I'm not mistaken. That is inside, and we'll tell them the two. They got to listen a little bit more. And it gave me a summary, right, of the transcript from the video. Now I'm hearing you say, well, now we can also take this and create an email marketing campaign as long as we prompt it to do so based on information we already created.
Yes. So you could say, make me a 10-week email campaign, make me a 10-week text campaign, make me a 10-week social media campaign. It'll take whatever you've created there. And you could also say, ask me questions so that you know what to create. And it'll say, oh, well, where do you do real estate? Or it'll start exploring that with you so that it gets the best information out of you to create.
Now I have a question. Do you go back first and repurpose and update all of the content that you have? Or do you just focus on creating new content and repurposing it?
Well, we referring to a website that's like ranking on Google? Is that
Yes.
the content you're referring to? So it depends on the agent, their website, and how well that content is already doing. What I do is I go to Google Search Console and I look at all of my top ranking blogs and I sort them by the lowest to highest traffic earners. And I say, okay, why is that earning a low amount of traffic? Maybe that piece needs updated. Maybe it could never rank in the first place because it was too competitive of a keyword, but it's possible that by going in there and updating it and maybe even fully recreating it, then I can get that to start ranking. Some people will take their blogs that are earning a lot of traffic and they'll start updating those. The only problem I have with that is that when you start messing around with articles that are ranking on Google, you could hurt by changing things around. So I usually tell people, if you have content that you really want to go back through and you have the time to go spreadsheet it and sort through it, then yes, updating old content can be very valuable. But if it's not ranking anyway, you might sometimes just starting over on new content is the way to go. So it just depends on where you are in the process of building your website.
Now, let me say this. My head already hurts because it's a lot, right? So we're going to go back to the fact that we got them with the website. We thought about the hub and spoke, come in, do your about me page. And then we talked about some other things in which a person could do. What would be the next step that you think?
Well, I feel like I'm working on ChatGPT's only been around for a couple months, and I'm just right now just giving everybody lots of ideas. And I haven't actually sat down and said, let's go in order, right? What would be good? Because actually, if I were to take, and just in my head, I'm thinking about a coaching client. If I were to take an agent and look at their brand right now and say, okay, this agent, who are they? Do they have a specialty? What does their website look like? Have they branded themselves in any particular way? Do they have a tagline? Do they have a logo? Do they have whatever? First step, I'd probably sit with ChatGPT and help it create something like that for the person. So for example, I have an agent on my team that's she just got into her luxury designation. So we've been working for a while with her on getting her into the luxury real estate market. So I went to ChatGPT and I said, I'm an agent wanting to get into the luxury real estate market. What do I need to do? And it gave me an entire action plan, 1 year's worth of how to break into the luxury real estate market. So that everything from, and then I, of course, each item, tell me how to do that. Tell me how to do that. Tell me how to do that. Because it'll say things like network with high-end homeowners. Well, how do you do that? So I just tell me more about that. And then it starts telling you where to go and how to show up and place to join. So for me, step 2 would probably be the website. I'm going backwards a little. Step 1 would be sitting down and figuring out who you are as an agent using ChatGPT. Who is my target audience? So if you sit down and you don't know it, you don't know it. Most of the agents I work with have no idea who they are as an agent, right? They don't have a specialty. They haven't chosen something specific. And what we know is that when we target a specific audience, we can better create messages that appeal to that audience. We're going to do better with a smaller group than we are trying to be jack of all trades. Doesn't mean we can't serve everybody. So for example, I would sit down with ChatGPT and I would say, I'm a new real estate agent. I'm trying to figure out what my specialty is. And can you ask me questions to help me figure that out? So you may find out that you really love working with military or being working with first-time home buyers or relocations or empty nesters, 55 plus. And ChatGPT can help establish that. So step 1, we sit down and we figure out who we are as an agent, if we haven't done that already, and then identify the target audience. The second step then would be we could create a website there. It just depends on where you guys are in the process. That's why it's hard to say 1, 2, 3, right? But if I were to go in an order, the next step I'd say, help me create an action plan for that, whatever that is. So if it's military or 55 plus, help me create an action plan. And you can give it a time frame, 90-day action plan, 6-month action plan, 1-year action plan. So those 3 steps alone, all of a sudden you've got a specialty, you know who your audience is, you're building out your website, and you've got a 1-year action plan. All the agents right now are going to, let me use ChatGPT to create a flyer or to create a property description. And those are all great uses. I just think if there's a better starting point, then you're a better launch, and then it's easier to use the rest of the tools for all of your everyday stuff.
I'm in 100% agreement. And one of the ways that I've been encouraging people to use it is to sit back but this would probably be someone a little farther along in their process, all the redundant tasks that they don't like to do. Right. And a young gentleman I was talking to, he had a couple of virtual assistants, and now he's leveraging AI tools to replace the virtual assistant and then lower his overall monthly cost. That's a little bit farther once you understand, one, who your target audience is, right? And then two, setting up having your website and your lead magnet, which you can definitely ask AI to help you build these things out. Or even in creating the business plan, because a lot of real estate professionals still don't realize that they are entrepreneurs and that the pre-license course did not teach them how to sell real estate. I've never asked it that. How can you help me sell more real estate?
It's a great question.
And then put your current productivity in there and where you want to go.
Yep. It'll give you the math. It'll tell you how many listing appointments, what your conversion rate is, what your dollar, if you put in your average commission. It's exact stuff we used to do on a spreadsheet. Now you can just feed it to ChatGPT. I was sitting there one day and I was trying to figure out a commission. This was for my other business, my affiliate business. And I was like, if I make this much money on an affiliate commission and I convert this many clicks at X% or whatever it is, how many clicks do I need to make $1,000? It was a very similar thing. And I fed it to Google and it couldn't do it. And I put it in ChatGPT and it gave me all the math. And I walked away going, I know exactly what to do now. I need this many clicks, period, end of story. I don't need to worry about anything else. I need that. Same with real estate. I need that many listing appointments, or I need that many leads first, right? To get to that many listing appointments. And ChatGPT can give you that.
Oh, you know what? There's a number that I often share with real estate agents, and it is what do they need to do in order to earn a 6-figure income? And according to the math, I can even go deep on this math, but according to the math, I needed to add 2,880 contacts in order to get my conversion numbers to, I would net 20 transactions. And as long as the minimum price point was $250,000, you got 20 deals, 250,000, you should make about that 6-figure income. But now I had forgot this idea, but now I'm going to bring it forward, is the fact that we can ask ChatGPT to write the code for a Chrome browser extension. We can put what those average conversions are, how many listings you take versus, first of all, your sales price to list price, how many listings you take versus how many you sell. We can ask all of that. And it could just break down that calculation for everybody in real estate. So those Chrome browser extensions, and I've never seen so many Chrome browser extensions created in such a short period of time, but it's because of AI. Yeah, I told somebody
from there you can say role play real estate scripts with me. I need a for sale by owner script. I need an expired script. I need a first-time home buyer script. I'm working with an investor and I'm not sure what objections he might give to me. Crazy. That's why I'm saying dialogue, ask it, just get used to going to ChatGPT, which is now a part of Bing. So it's super easy to get to now, and just ask and watch all the amazing things it can do for you.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
I know. So the one thing that I think that I've showed that the real estate agents really love, so I should put this in there, is the 30-day social media calendar. everybody loves this one because everybody's into social media. So I have not saved this prompt in the extension we're talking about yet. I will, but the one that I created, I went on and I said, maybe I did. Give me a 30-day social post. Give me 30 days of social posts for a Las Vegas real estate agent. And then I said, include my contact info and these hashtags. And I gave it my contact info so that it would have the correct information. So instead of just saying, give me 30 days of social posts, it literally printed in a row each day, post this, and it has my call to action, has my info, has the hashtags in it. All I have to do now is go into my social tool of choice, schedule out the full 30 days, and I don't have to think about anything else after that or give it to a VA or whatever. I think that is something that's immediately useful,
It is. And then if we took, if they had a template over in Canva, we could copy, paste it into a CSV file and then do bulk upload over in Canva. And it would have that different quote for every single day, which Canva is moving very fast in the AI space between the Magic Write, the Doc to Dex, the text to image, and then the bulk upload feature. These are all less than 120 days old.
Yep. Every tool, I'm a big Canva fan too, so I'm with you on all that. Every tool is going to have AI. This is what real estate agents don't yet understand. Every tool we use is going to be AI. It's either going to include it or it's going to have some level of AI built into it. So the sooner we start learning how to prompt these, doesn't mean you have to go join all this other software necessarily, but the sooner we get to learning how to communicate with these, the better. I just heard the other day, like all these Notion AI and Evernote and all the different teamwork systems everybody's using, the Monday.com and I don't even know what all the real estate agents are using these days as much anymore, but all of them have the AI tools in them with prompts. So
all of them. Now, the prompt engineer, because I've shared, there's some job post out there, a lot of people have been talking about it, that a person can earn up to $325,000 per year as a prompt engineer. I have forewarned people, but you also have to have an additional skill set besides the ability to write prompts. So there's a lot of opportunities, and we have the opportunity now to develop prompts specifically for the world of real estate. And we have the ability to monetize it. In saying monetization, I have not seen this many tools in such a short period of time grow to be able to monetize. If we were to go back to Hootsuite when it came out, it took well over a year for them to come up with a pro plan, right? And then I was paying $5.99 for well over 10 years. Every tool I'm using, I'm now seeing pricing. I don't want real estate professionals to believe that they're going to get the best of AI and it's going to be free. Can you try it out for free now? Oh, yeah, we've been trying a lot of tools for free. But when I say monetizing, they're going fast with it. And to me, one of the best tools, well, let me reference this. I'm not going to say it's the best tool. I'm going to say I believe that Canva still is currently the most economic overall tool to use that has AI infused in it, based on all the other things that you can do with it, like scheduling your post prompts. Yeah, scheduling your post out. But let's talk about, I want to see if this is your favorite tool. Currently, what is your favorite tool to use in the AI space?
Well, I expect it to be changing based on some things that I heard the other day, but Jasper has been my favorite for 2 years. It's started as conversion AI and then it was something else. And then it turned to Jasper. That's been my favorite for 2 years. But I did find out the other day that Surfer SEO, which is because I do SEO and Rankem is my favorite SEO tool. It's rolling out its own unbelievable AI, no AI content detection, everything rolled in. It's in beta right now. So Who knows? I'm curious to see where that goes. I actually, out of all the tools I use, and again, I'm a big Canva user, but as far as AI text, Chat GPT, in my opinion, gives the most intelligent, workable answers. However, you cannot just take, well, you can. I don't recommend just taking the output from Chat GPT as is and going and putting that on your website and your blogs without doing a bunch more to it. I think it's too generic. It's too thin content. You really have to know how to massage that to get great articles out of it. Where Jasper, you could go in and create a comprehensive outline and get an outline for a 3,000 word blog, and then use the templates to create each portion of that and get a very robust blog that ranks well in the search engines.
Now, I'm losing my thought. I don't know if it's AIPRM or N, because I'm trying to visualize it. And I implemented that too, and they're already sending emails talking about their premium plan, right? It has saved time. Some of the prompts are great. I've used your prompt over in that platform because it's a Chrome browser extension that just saves us time on prompting. And even though it saves us time on prompting, what I'm encouraging people to do is to learn how to prompt. So then you will be better moving forward at every aspect of life, because this is going to be essential. It's like us addressing an envelope, right? I got people, I'm going to teach my children how to address an envelope. Your kid might not ever have to address an envelope, right? Or I want them to know how to go to the bank and deposit a check. They might not. I've deposited one check at the bank in the past year, right? So, but prompt engineering to me is going to be a basic skill set moving forward in the world of artificial intelligence.
It is. In my opinion, this is no different than learning how to hire. You know, I had a big team for a while, and everything became about leadership and training them and how to communicate and all of that. Well, ChatGPT is no different, or whatever AI tool you're using, Midjourney, whatever. It's no different. You have to learn how to instruct the tool to get the right response. I do think that we will have, so AI-PRM, you mentioned, is a Chrome extension that is free until what, 5 minutes from now? I don't know when he's actually going to pull the trigger on that. And what it is it's for those who don't know, is it's a library, it's a community of prompt templates that all of us prompt engineers, and that could be anybody, all of us that know how to prompt or learning how to prompt, are sharing what we figure out. Now, I think in the real estate agents will have access to so many of these, and whether it's AI-PRM or it's provided through your brokerage, or it's people like me that have a library, or, you know, you're going to be able to buy it. You're going to be able to share them. It's going to happen. That said, if all you do is learn everybody else's templates, you're no different. You're not going to have anything, you know, a more unique, and you're not going to know how to go in and ask it for something when there's something you need. For example, help me write a real estate team contract. You know, I mean, if you just learn those types of things, but then learning how to get it to go deeper and go deeper and go deeper is when you will be able to save money, because there's going to be tools you don't need anymore. There's going to be staff you don't need anymore. You can get by with a lot if you learn how to ask the right questions. So the one thing I would tell everybody, if you get anything out of today, it's ask ChatGPT questions. That's just the most important thing you can do.
Ask questions. I love that. So, Lori, how does one connect with you? I don't know if you do provide it, coaching, because I heard you say it in one of your videos. How can one do business with you to learn, one, just how to scale their business? Because AI is a part of your business, but I know that you have a team. I know that you're able to monetize your website. I know you're into search engine optimization. So how would they be able to reach out and connect with you?
The easiest one spot is loriballen.com, which is my name. So LORIBALLEN.com. And if you go to the About page, you're gonna see all in the menu. I have a YouTube channel. I do have courses. Sometimes I'll do, for example, I have a ChatGPT for real estate course coming up later this month. So we'll spend a couple hours diving into all the different prompts, and those just kind of come and go. Depends on what I'm doing at the time. YouTube is free. Great place. That's where you found me. It's a great place to dive in. And that's youtube.com/Lori Ballen. So I think just starting on those couple of places, you'll be able to follow the breadcrumbs to find anything else with me that you need.
So I want you to set aside 1 to 2 hours, and I want you to go and watch Lori's videos from start to finish, okay? Because I can tell you I am better as a result. A lot of you have asked me who are some of the people that I follow. I haven't been all that forthcoming, and I wasn't going to tell you all about the AI PRM tool either, because it has just saved so much time. But it is a Chrome browser extension. It's free at the time that we're recording this. Might not be free when we refresh our browser.
Right.
And so you're going to get definitely some value. Guys, start asking questions and ask those questions of AI and Chat GPT in order to get better results, in order to grow your business. See you guys soon.